Good morning all. This is Fitness Support. Today we will be knowing about the timetable and attendance module in detail. So as usual we would be logging up with the admin credentials and would see what all can be done with the privileges held by an admin. Uh, Moreover, we will be focusing on timetable and attendance only for the webinar today. As a normal scenario, we need to enter the credentials, and so these two modules of timetable and attendance can be accessed using the bars up here as well as the icons available on the dashboard itself. So we will be starting up with the timetable right now. To go to timetable, click upon the timetable part here. On clicking this, you are redirected to a page which is actually the home page of timetable. So to start off with, we need to create weekdays for our institution. Supposingly our institution follows a common weekdays for all the classes, or all the batches, then we can just click upon the common part and keep on selecting the weekdays that are applicable. Moreover, if a particular batch has a separate weekday, then we can just select the particular batch and say and make a different set of weekdays for it. So this would be affected whenever a timetable is being created for that particular batch. So the structure will depend upon the selection of weekdays that you make here. Next is the set class timings. Set class timings has been under a bit of renovation in the recent version of Fedina. So in class timing sets, we can create different class timing sets, and adding to it, we would be having different class timings to each of these class timing sets that we have created. So having created all the class timing sets, we can assign each of the created class timing sets to any of the batches that we have available in the institution. Let us say that we have a set class timing. As we can see, there are a lot of class timing set, but furthermore, if you want to create a class timing set of your own, you can always create by using the class timing sets link and clicking upon new. So let us name the class timing set as class timing 4 and submit. So on clicking class timing 4, a class timing set with the name class timing 4 has been created. So now we will be stuffing up different periods into this class timing set, or we can set it as, we can call the different classes as class timings. So to to add class timings to this set, you can go click upon the class timings link from the corresponding class timing set and click the add button. On clicking the add button, you are asked to enter a name. So let us say that the first thing that we would be creating is the prayer, and it starts at, let us say, 8 o'clock to 7:32, and the end time is supposed to be 7:15. And it's definitely a break, so I have clicked upon is a break. So whenever you click upon is a break, a period, a class timing would be created, but there would be no shell in the timetable part to assign it to them. We have just reversed the part, so we are getting an error message here. So 7:15 to 7:30 would be the one that we need to create, and on clicking upon save, a period, with the name prayer has been created from 7 to 7:30. Now we can keep on adding the whole set for each of these things, like first period. I would be cutting this thing into two halves, like first half and second half. Let us say 7:32. So this is the way you can keep on adding different class timings to this particular class timing set of yours. Now, having made this class timing sets, your job is to assign the class timing set that you have created to the available batches here. So here you can see two columns here, the assigned batches and the available batches. Whenever you click upon a particular batch name, let us say that we are clicking upon a batch name called 11A, or the one that I would always recommend go for is UKGB 2013. So on clicking upon assigned batches, on clicking upon this particular batch name and using the arrow up here, this class timing set will be assigned to this UKGB 2013. And again, for a change, if after some time, if you want to have a different class timing set for this particular batch, then you can just click upon this and move it using the corresponding arrow. So this way you can just have the class timing set changed at any point of time. So this was all about assigning the class timing set. Now we would move upon to the rest of the settings of timetable. Then comes the work allotment. In work allotment, you can see a bar here, and the rest of the periods and rest of the subjects that are to be done has to be entered here itself. So let us say that you have a batch called UKGB 2013, and so in this particular batch, all these subjects that you are seeing one by one, whether maths and this all, are assigned to each of these employees here. So moreover, whenever a teacher crosses its limit, then he would get then against him you would see something called deficit. So this would mean that Sir Anthony is teaching 28 more classes than he's actually allowed to do. And again, when you see remaining, this would mean that Molly is supposed to do 2 more classes than she's actually doing now, as she has been allotted a particular number of classes. So this was all about the work allotment part. Now we would moving up to the rest of the thing. Called the create timetable. Again, in create timetable, we should, whenever we are creating a timetable, we should make it a point that the timetables that we are creating doesn't come under in any of the range that has been already been set up. Otherwise, it would be an overlap of all the previously created one and the one that we have been creating right now. So I'm putting a random date. Let us say 6 October to 15th October to 16th October, let us say. And on clicking upon create, my timetable from 6th to 16th of October 2013 has been created. So whenever I want to create a timetable for a particular batch, all I need to do is just get confirmed before whether the employee subject association is done properly or not. To do so, you can use the link here and go to that particular batch for which the timetable is to be created, and click upon the subject and check whether this of the teachers are assigned a subject or not, because whenever this a particular student a particular subject is not allotted a student and it's not allotted a teacher, then it won't be coming up in the timetable. So to create a timetable, all you need to do is just click upon the particular batch for which you are creating a timetable, and I have created a single period for it, so the structure would look something like this. So we can have something like this called general knowledge in this, and whenever I want to have this, I can click upon select the particular cell and this. So as per this, GK has been allotted to Miss Swagatika, and similarly you can create the rest of the things like this is how you need to create a timetable. After creating timetable, if you want to edit a timetable, then you can also do so by clicking upon the edit timetable here, but please make it a point that only those timetables those are in the future can only be edited. Moreover, a running timetable can be edited, but whenever you do so, the timetable will be split into two halves. So you can see the timetable by clicking upon each of these links up here, or you can edit an entry here. The one that we have created from 6 to 16 can be edited here right now by clicking upon edit entries and selecting a batch. So you can edit the timetable from here itself. Again, at a later part, if you want to view the timetables that you have created, you can just go to the particular date of creation, select the batch for which you want to know the timetable of, and here's the timetable in front of you. So this is how the timetable can be created, edited and viewed. Next we will be moving upon the teacher's timetable. If you want to see the timetable of a teacher, of what all things have been allotted and what are the timetable for each of the teachers in a particular timetable, then you need to just go to the timetable created and see it. So as per the list, you can see that Swagatika has been assigned GK for Monday and Friday, and then Srinivas has Tuesday, and Gary is allotted science for Wednesday. So this is how the teacher's timetable can be viewed up. Now if you want to see the institutional timetable of as a whole, you can just click upon institutional timetable and click upon the batch which has the entry. As we do not have enough data into it, so you won't be able to see, but in a normal scenario, this institutional timetable can be viewed up. So this was all about the timetable part. Now we would be moving upon to know the attendance part of the students. To know the attendance part, you can just go upon to the attendance bar here, and you will be redirected to a page which is actually the attendance, which gives you two links called attendance register and attendance report. On clicking upon attendance register, you will be redirected to a page where you need to select the batch and today's date will be, and it would show your table which would have the dates of today itself. So as per the timetable that we have selected for this particular batch, we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, Friday as working days. So this would be coming up in the register itself. And if you want to mark any of the students absent, then all you need to do, just go upon and click that particular student's name. So I would be marking Abhishek as absent, and at a later period, if you want to delete him, then you can also delete the absentees. Done. So Abhishek, if at a later point of time, if Abhishek comes late and his attendance is to be changed from absent to present, then you can delete the same. So this was all about how attendance is to be taken in the class in Fedina. But today's date would be always be highlighted in yellow that you can see up here. Now we will be moving up to the attendance report part of. To click upon to see the attendance report of a particular batch, you can just go upon to this particular batch here. Select a mode, whether it's monthly or overall. Select a month, October of year 2013, and you won't be able to see any reports as we do not have any reports generated still. But we have some reports in the September part and the year 2013. This would give you the result of all the students who have been present and the total number of classes that have been assigned. So this is how the attendance report can be seen up. Furthermore, if you want to have a filtered report, then you can also use these filters here, where you can enter the percentage and students will be filtered out regarding the filter that you have put up. This was all about the timetable and attendance part. Now we would be moving up to the queries.